Bible Mysteries. Unsealed. Episode 1. The Disappearance of Enoch. Time Traveler, or Taken. In a world layered with timelines, secrets, and codes, there exists one mystery so profound it spans dimensions. It's not just about who vanished, but why. This is the story of Enoch, the man who walked with God and was no more. Genesis 5:24 records a hauntingly simple phrase, "And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him." No funeral, even before the great flood swept across the earth, lived a man who seemed different. The world then was sliding into darkness, violence, and chaos. Just silence and mystery. Who was this man Enoch? And where did he go? Long before Noah ever built an ark, before Abraham walked out of Ur, he was the 7th generation from Adam. That number Savannah, sign of divine perfection, was no accident. And if that weren't enough, he lived for 365 years, not visited him on holidays, where he saw the architecture of the cosmos, the stars, the winds, the heavenly storm. He was shown secrets of time, judgment, and the destiny of humanity. He became not just a prophet, but a celestial scribe, known by some Jewish mystics as Metatron, an exalted being, second only to God in the heavenly court. It speaks of angelic watchers, forbidden knowledge, cosmic judgment, and visions of the future so vivid they resemble modern sci-fi films more than ancient scripture. Not consulted him in emergencies. Enoch was not just a man who had access to God. He was a man whose heart belonged entirely to God. In a world unraveling, he chose to walk a narrow path and found a divine exit no one else had. A cosmic taking. Was Enoch's life cycle aligned with cosmic patterns far beyond his time? The world simply cannot hold them, resisting death and eventually being killed, only to rise again. Many scholars believe these witnesses could be Elijah and Enoch. Why? Because they never died. And scripture says, "It is appointed for man once to die." Could Enoch be waiting in the wings? Not just spiritually, but literally. He walked daily with the divine. God said, "You're closer to my house than yours. Let's finish the walk up here." He pleased. He didn't just perform. In a world consumed by noise, greed, Enoch will walk back into our world one last time. And rebellion, he tuned his steps to heaven's beat. Could it be that Enoch didn't die? Because he transcended time, that he passed through a dimensional gate to another reality. Someone so in tune with divine purpose, so unshaken by the world's noise, that they become invisible to systems of control. A man who walks into data surveillance and vanishes from the grid. a whistleblower from heaven, a spiritual ghost. That what the ancient writers described as God took him might in today's terms resemble a portal, a wormhole, a divine rift. In intimacy, in alignment. In the book of Enoch, the Watcher's angels who descend to Earth's rebel share forbidden wisdom and corrupt humanity. It sounds eerily like a celestial containment breach. Enoch was allegedly sent back and forth to deliver messages, serve judgment, and record heavenly transactions. Sounds less like a prophet and more like a divine intelligence operative in obedience. He was the man whose steps matched the rhythm of heaven, not 364, not 366, but exactly the number of days in our solar year. Coincidence? Perhaps. Saying, by faith Enoch was taken away so that he did not see death, and was not found, because God had taken him, or a deliberate time stamp left behind in the pages of eternity. But what truly sets Enoch apart wasn't he, his lineage or his lifespan. It was the way he lived. He walked with God, and then he was gone. The Hebrew phrase God took him uses the word lakachi term often associated with seizing something valuable, claiming a bride, or even initiating a transfer. The book of Hebrews 11-5 gives us another glimpse. Not found. They searched. He disappeared without a trace. Was it a spiritual promotion or something even more mysterious? Outside the standard biblical canon, there exists an ancient, highly controversial document known as the Book of Enoch. According to this text, Enoch was taken into the heavens. But here's the question that stirs the soul. Did Enoch's ascension happen in spirit or in body? Was he transformed into something divine, or simply moved beyond the veil? Enter the modern theory. Some researchers stretching between theology and speculative physics suggest the Enoch's translation might describe something extraordinary. And why 365 years? Is it a coded reference to Earth's orbital path? Ancient astronaut theorists, those guys believe Enoch's story echoes descriptions of alien abduction, bright lights, otherworldly knowledge, secret missions. Some theologians, however, see a very different mission, one not of mystery, but of intimacy. And yet, the mystery deepens when you consider his possible return. The book of Revelation describes two witnesses who will prophesy at the end of time calling down fire. If so, his disappearance wasn't a conclusion. Imagine, just for a moment, what a modern-day Enoch would look like. What if there are modern and examine women so aligned with God? Maybe the question isn't where Enoch went. Maybe the deeper question is, can we walk like he did? Hebrews tells us, without faith, it is impossible to please God. Enoch didn't just believe, And that may be the greatest mystery of all. Perhaps God didn't take Enoch to hide him. Perhaps he took him because they had walked so far together. And maybe, just maybe, you've just unlocked the mystery of Enoch. Next time on Bible Mysteries Unsealed, the Nephilim Conspiracy, Giants Among Us. Stay curious, stay faithful, and walk with wonder.